Hello and welcome to the Kanawha Valley Hustlers. This is Joe Justice. I'm here with Michael. Michael, tell me, what's your hustle?
Landscaping.
Landscaping. Now, what problems do you solve with landscaping?
All problems. Most importantly, we handle cleaning up people's landscaping, installing new landscaping. We also do hardscaping, so retaining walls, patios. Yeah.
So what's the difference between landscaping and hardscaping?
So landscaping is more like we're using organic material, we're installing plants. It's more of a beautification. People use it for curb appeal. Hardscaping is more of something that's a permanent structure. So we're looking at retaining walls, patios, outdoor spaces for people. It's just more of a place for people to relax, or in most cases, they need it to hold up their hillside. So,
How long ago did you get started doing this?
So I started about 8 years ago with the landscaping. We were just a small two-person crew doing lawn care. And then we kind of evolved into landscaping because people started asking. We started doing formal training. And then we jumped into hardscaping because we just enjoy what we do. And then that kind of became an evolution as well.
So when was it that it felt real, that you were like a business owner?
I don't know what that is. It doesn't happen.
It still feels a little fake.
I think sometimes as business owners we'll have a little imposter syndrome at times, but I try to be humble as possible and just realize that there's always more for me to learn.
Well, speaking of learning, tell me, what is a mistake that you made early on, and what did you learn from it?
Ooh, that's a good question. A mistake that I learned early on. Never be the smartest person on your team. Always make sure you hire someone that's better than you, not only in skill, but someone that can help you kind of manage things a little bit better, because you can't have a growing business if you are the smartest person on your team.
How did you come to that conclusion?
Painfully.
Some lessons you earn, right?
Yeah, that's true. So the real answer to that is wearing too many hats. I found that I was doing too much, and I knew enough to be dangerous, but not enough to handle everything at once. So I needed to make sure that I brought people on and knew what they were doing.
And that's probably, in general, a pretty good idea. I think a lot of entrepreneurs fall into that trap of trying to do it all themselves, but probably better to learn to delegate, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, you got to learn to delegate and trust people on your team, because it's important to have people on your team that you can trust.
So nowadays, what kind of problems are you struggling with now? Is it funding? Is it staffing? What type of things do you see today?
Staffing's always an issue for any business, I think. Making sure you have the right people in place. The biggest thing we always face is the time of year. So wintertime's a downtime for us, even though we do snow removal. This time of year is really one that we really lean into, but it's usually just the time of year, the season we're in.
Yeah, so there's always that element of dealing with seasonal change that comes up in your type of industry, right?
Exactly. So we're always busy 365 days a year, but this time of year it is 12-hour shifts usually every day. So, and we love it. We love being outside. We love working outside, and we love getting after it.
Perfect. What's a common misconception people have about your industry?
That we're just lawn care people. When I tell people we're landscapers, they say, "Oh, like mowing grass?" And I say, "Well, yeah, we do that, but it's just a small part. It's probably a 10% part of what we do."
Wow.
So yeah, it's one of those things where we do a lot more than that, because we lean into French drains, we do retaining walls, like I said, patios, installations. We lean into everything. We tell people if it touches the ground, we probably do it.
Great. Couple rapid fire questions. What's the best $100 you ever spent on your business?
Best $100 I spent on my business, probably door hangers, because that allowed me to get more money. I needed to market.
That guerrilla marketing goes a long way, right?
Absolutely, door to door, make it happen, and then people usually they value your hustle. Yeah.
What was the biggest waste of money you spent on your business?
Oh, goodness. A 1997 GMC dump truck.
That's very specific.
Yeah, it just happened last year, and transmission and engine went out on it, and yeah, I won't go into that. That's kind of a sore spot right now.
I won't bring it up anymore. What's one skill every entrepreneur should possess?
The ability to look yourself in the mirror and realize that there's always going to be more growth and never stop being hungry.
What's one new skill that you're working on right now?
Learning that I am not always able to handle everything. I think the new skill is a developing one. So I think I started trying to learn it 8 years ago, and I still have yet to learn it. So
Learning to let go, maybe?
huh? Yeah, that's it. Control. I think it's an entrepreneurial problem, though.
That's a tough one. So as we're kind of wrapping up here, Michael, tell me, what's one belief, one principle that you stand by even when everyone tells you you're wrong?
That's a really good question. Probably that as long as you have breath in your lungs and you can get up every day, there's nothing you can't do.
I like it. How do people learn more about Envy?
You can go to envypristinelandscapes.com. That's our website. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Envy Landscapes. You can just Google search us, and if you want to, give us a call, 304-989-3530.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you for watching and listening. This is Joe Justice, the Kanawha Valley Hustler, reminding you to hustle hard, hustle smart, and hustle with a smile.